My fellow Brexiteers, we have left the single market and the customs union because we respect the referendum result. The fact that the Vote Leave campaign could not have passed our advertising standards is immaterial, as referendums have no such protections under British law. We were advised by the US, China, India, the Bank of England, the Office of Fiscal Studies, the IMF, the World Bank, the CBI, the NHS, and trade unions not to leave the EU. But, as we know, that was just Project Fear. The DUP are still insisting on a hard border in Northern Ireland, so we are sending more troops there for protection. We are confident that the casualties sustained so far will not be added to. So Sajid Javid tweets from his bunker in Belfast. Please don't send any more lorries to the Channel, as the tailback has reached the M25. The EU are being particularly unhelpful by checking for contraband. We can no longer sell financial products to any EU country, but this imposition has only cost 100,000 jobs and £12 billion in lost revenue. Fortunately, Boris Johnson, texting from the Seychelles, assures us by scrapping EU laws on health and safety, workers' rights, animal rights, emission controls, noise reduction and climate controls, we can make savings and muddle through, showing true British grit. And as a further Brexit dividend, American insurance companies will solve all of our NHS problems at the same time, reducing the tax burden. Terms and conditions apply. We do realise that tariffs on our produce, border controls, increased costs on imports, red tape and price rises have caused share prices to fall. But it is what you voted for. It's the will of the people. Why, only today I had a message from President Putin informing me how pleased he is that we have respected the result. He called us true Democrats. We will need visas to travel in Europe now, which makes holidays more difficult, and the fallen pound makes them jolly expensive. But that's what you voted for, the will of the people. On the bright side, I believe Blackpool is very pleasant at this time of year. I'm sure you will receive a warm welcome in their bed and breakfasts with a hot water bottle and a plate of jelly deals and whelks. The thought of that warms the cockles of my heart. Fortunately, our banks moved to Europe just in time. But remember, most insurance policies are no longer legal. If you receive payments from an ex-partner in the EU, these are no longer legally binding. Also, our driving and pilot licences are no longer legal in the EU. Jacob Rees-Mogg tweets from the Cayman Islands. In 50 years from now, we will look back at all this and laugh, probably. The immigrants have finally left. We have succeeded in creating the hostile environment you voted for. Ending free movement means we can no longer live and work freely in Europe. But who wants to anyway? All that garlic and fancy French cuisine. No, Jamie Oliver's new recipe book, 101 Things You Can Do with a Turnip, is breaking all records. The food correspondent of the Sun newspaper wrote, "You can grow turnips where the sun doesn't shine." I can only apologise once again for the medicine supply breaking down. It's a nuisance that 90% of our drugs are imported. We are expecting supplies to gain clearance and get through any day now. They will be distributed to those in most need. These life-saving drugs are something money can't buy, allegedly.
Okay.
Well, I'm off to join my husband Philip in Switzerland. Not sure when we'll be back. We've got hedge funds to trim, you must understand. Oh, they're playing my song.
beat 'em